Hi guys! In this video, I will show you the shortcut keys you can use to make cell selection efficiently in Excel. The most basic cell selection will be selecting a single cell. To move the cell cursor around in Excel, instead of using your mouse, the most common keys on the keyboard we may use are the arrow keys: up, down, left, and right. Another key that we can use is Tab. Pressing Tab key allows us to move the cell cursor to right. On the other hand, we can move the cell cursor to left when holding down Shift and press Tab. We have covered the keys used to move the cell cursor to a single cell. Now I am going to show you what are the keys we can use to select cell ranges. First, to select a group of cells, click on any single cell within the group, then press Ctrl A. This allows you to select all associated cells surrounding the active cell you selected at the first click. Secondly, to select a specific cell range, we can use Shift+Click method. Click on or move the cell cursor to an active cell, press and hold Shift key, click the last cell to extend the range, release the Shift key. You may also use direction keys to extend the range. If you don't want to hold down the Shift key, you can turn on Extend Selection Mode. Click on an active cell. Press F8 on top row of your keyboard to turn on the Extend Selection Mode. Then, you can select the last cell to extend the range without the need to long press the Shift key. You can use the mouse as well as the keyboard to extend a selection when Excel is in Extend Selection Mode. When Extend Selection Mode is turned on, it will be indicated in the status bar at the bottom. If the cell range you are going to select is quite big, you can use the AutoSelect method. Place cell cursor to the first cell of the range you want to select, hold down Shift and press End and an arrow key. Excel will extend the selection in the direction of the arrow key to the first cell containing a value that is bordered by a blank cell. Now, we have selected the first column. To select all the other columns, again, hold down Shift, press End and press right arrow key. We have selected the whole cell ranges we want. Go to is another method for selecting a specific cell range. Click on the first cell of the range you want to select. Open the Go to dialog box by pressing F5 or Ctrl+G. Then, type the cell address of the last cell in the range in the reference text box. In this case, we want to select the cell range from H4 to H9, so we type H9 in the box. After that, hold down the Shift key and press OK, or Enter to close the dialog box. So, we have selected the cell ranges we want with cell address. To select multiple non-adjacent cell ranges, click the first cell of the first range you want to select. Then, press F8 to turn on Extend Selection Mode. Use the arrow keys to extend the cell range until you've highlighted all its cells. Press Shift+F8 to turn off Extend Selection Mode and turn on Add to Selection Mode instead. Move the cell cursor to the first cell of the next cell range you want to add to the selection. Press F8 to turn off Add to Selection Mode and turn Extend Selection Mode back on. Use the arrow keys to extend the range until all cells are highlighted. Repeat steps 4 through 7 until you've selected all the ranges that you want included in the non-adjacent selection. Press F8 to turn off Extend Selection Mode. Now, we have successfully selected multiple non-adjacent cell ranges using keyboard shortcut in Excel. That's all for this video. I hope this information is helpful for you. Thanks for watching.